Well, I watched Moana last Saturday, and it's the second film that Walt Disney Animation Studio made in the same year. And it's kind of interesting because last year Pixar used to do that with two when they released two movies in once a year, and that is Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur. So I guess Disney decided to do that too with Zootopia and Moana. With that, I have to say Moana is a fantastic film. The film is like this is Disney's like first Polynesian Disney princess at least. Whereas Ali, and I forgot her last name is, whatever her last name is, voiced Moana, and this movie stars also had the biggest starring role of Dwayne Johnson, who was The Rock as Maui, the demigod. The premise is about this girl named Moana. She's dream and after her past childhood, she always wanted to sail across the Pacific Ocean, discovering new things just like how her grandmother used to say, tell her the stories about Maui and the island people who sail across the sea. But as time went by, mostly her dad, trying to teach her was how to become the chief after her dad comes out of retirement. Until one night that her grandmother about to pass away, and she tells her to go out there and fight to restore things right because after they notice that the island's running out of food because there's no fish around the ocean. So that means this is one of those generic what chosen one stories that I really don't like, and I've seen them before, like in the Lego movie, other movies I forgot. So anyway, while Moana decides to runs away, leaving her family behind, she has to find Maui along with the stone that her grandmother found that Maui used to stole, which caused problem around the world, around the sea. She decided to use it to help her find Maui, so she can ask him to help her bring back the stone to put it back where it belongs. And of course, that Maui and Moana doesn't get along, and they have to try to get along to work together to restore things right. And that's the story. The story is kind of nice, but even though it is a chosen one, generic chosen one story, it doesn't get that very interesting. Now, I'm gonna get some few things good, and some bad things. Let's first get the bad stuff, the first bad stuff out of the way, and that's the song. I was surprised that there actually is a musical in this movie, and I was like, no, just, just no. I mean, it's like the songs. I don't hate the songs. They're very nice, especially the beginning song. But my favorite song is, of course, "You're Welcome," which, by the way, Dwayne Johnson is not that bad at singing. He should do some little bit of singing, some as a musical. I'm just saying, not really. I know he's the famous wrestler, but he can do some. But he's really good at singing in the song "You're Welcome." And the villain song is kind of bland, I guess. It wasn't that very catchy, that much. And of course, like the main song, like "All Way and Away" or whatever it's called, it's very delightful to listen to. And that's all I'll say about the songs. They're okay. They're okay. And let me talk about the animation. And I have to say, the animation was brilliant. It has some good atmosphere. It has some nice character design. Which, a matter of fact, even though I noticed the people created by the same people, two guys who made like Wreck-It Ralph, The Little Mermaid, Big Hero 6, and Aladdin, I noticed I tried to study each of these these new Disney animated films to make sure they have the exact same detail of the animation. I know it's kind of weird, but you get the idea. And also, let me talk about Maui's character animation. Not his character design. I meant something else on his character design, which is Mini Maui. You know, the tattoo version of Maui. And I have to say, it looked pretty impressive. I like the way how they make Mini Maui walks around Maui's body and interacts with him. And I have to say, that's one of the most greatest admirable combination of 2D animation and 3D animated characters. And it's very unique, and it does get a lot funny. Which reminds me, the jokes are not that bad. I like some of the jokes. I especially like one. I love one joke where Maui said, "I bet you're one of those princesses that always have animal psyche and dreaming more." That was so hilariously funny. And you know what something? I have a little bit suggestion. Remember how you know how all those Disney films they always have the main character's parents die? Well, this time they have the main character's grandparents death without having the parents be dead. I know it's kind of weird and harshful for me to say, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I hated it. I'm just saying. As for the rest of the movie, the animation is still very beautiful. In fact, it's way more beautiful than Frozen, of course. I still like that movie, but still, the animation on Moana is very unique. Especially some of the action scene, the the way how the characters use some skills like doing some dance moves, and all the way how they used to use catch food and all that stuff, and the way how they made Maui do some crazy dances. Also, I forgot to mention that along the journey that Moana helps help Maui retrieve his magic hook, which he helps him lower the sun, help raise the island out of the seas and all that stuff. And I have to say, the way how he uses the hook was very good. And also, here's a little bit of some spoilers. And that's the climax. That's the only spoilers I can get to you. And that is, I have to say, the last villain they fought in the movie, I thought it was a guy. But guess what? It was actually a girl god. Can you say that? Girl god? Girl god? That's not the point. Anyway, that's all the spoilers I get. What about the other nitpickies I have? Well, that's mostly the father in the beginning. I have to say, but I do not like the father. He's just really overprotected, and he's kind of a bit of a jerk, in my opinion. Not fully a jerk, just a little bit of a jerk. And that's all I say about him. And that's the rest. Like Maui, he's kind of a bit like he's kind of a douchebag, and also I know he's trying to be like a bully to Moana because he knows she's a girl and all that stuff. And that's all I think. And the last thing I don't like in this movie is the moral, and that is be yourself, not trying to be who you're trying to be and all that stuff. Like for Maui, he just acts like he's famous. You know will get his fame back if he's trying to set things right. And that's the thing. The moral is just not that very interesting. It won't be able to happen like a new moral they tried. I don't know. It's just me. For either way, the movie was very fantastic. I still love the animation. The animation is so, like I said, it's amazing. Especially the design of the water, the way how it moves, the way how it helps Moana along with her journey, and everything is done so right. Actually, it kind of reminds me of Mr. Peabody Sherman the movie, but more exciting things happening. It's very kind of generic how you feel like you're actually there in the movie, like you're sailing with Moana and Maui. And I have to say, the way how Maui gives tips to Moana how to become a professional sailor is very unique and very helpful. So either way, Moana is is a really good, fantastic film. But even though I like Zootopia a lot more better, because that's more better characters, more animation, have better characters and a better story. But Moana is still a good film, but I don't think I should may ever watch it again. Again, it's still a good movie, but I stick to Zootopia. So, if you guys seen Moana, tell me what you guys think. Leave it down in the comments, and tell me what you guys which Disney movie you like better this year. Is that Zootopia or Moana? Just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.